This should be a cracking race. We saw a world record in the heats this morning from Shabalina of Russia. Well, what can Paralympic champion and now former world record holder Jessica Jane Applegate do in this one? Shabalina went out so fast, just never slowed down. 206.50 is a new world record mark. Magda Turtus, what a race she had in the breaststroke 2 days ago. Pernilla Lindberg from Sweden, trying to get up there in the middle positions. Marlou van der Kolk, a European champion in 2011, next to the new world record holder, 206.50. Jessica Jane Applegate. Well, she is a supreme competitor. We've seen her take on all manner of challenges. This is a big one tonight for Applegate. Chloe Davis trying to get on the medal podium. Michelle Fransen, Belgians, will be cheering on there. Swimmer in lane number 7. And Palazzo from Italy in lane number 8. Well, Shabalina in lane number 4. A really shock swim this morning in the heats, 206.50. Can she repeat that in the final? Can the Paralympic champion Jessica Jane Applegate do anything against the Russian world record holder?
Well, it's a long glide phase, possibly too long from Jessica Jane Applegate. She was almost breaking the surface before she'd even taken a stroke. Going well in lane number 3, Van der Kolk of the Netherlands, and also looking very comfortable indeed, Shabalina of Russia in lane number 4 as we come into the first turn. It's going to be Van der Kolk, Shabalina, Applegate. Davis of Great Britain goes over in 4th place, but Shabalina took that slight advantage that Van der Kolk had out of her. She span round the wall quicker and snapped straight out of it, and looks now to be taking command of this race.
We've seen Marlo van der Kolk do this before. The Netherlands swimmer, that's her there, go out very, very fast, then tie up slightly in the closing stages. She's gone out fast again, but not as fast as Shabalina. Wow, what a first 100 that was. 1 minute .94 for Shabalina. Van der Kolk in 2nd, and I think she struggled on this last 100. This is where Applegate normally comes into her own, but she's got a big deficit to overhaul from Shabalina. She's got
over a body length to bring back against Shabalina. Van der Kolk still not out of it in lane number 3. Lovely bilateral breathing style from Shabalina. She's abandoned that for a single-sided style just for now. Rolls over into the turn and straight up. She's running out of puff. Not as good a glide underwater section as she was the first time around the wall, and she's really starting to hover in the air now. She's gone from a 3-stroke breathing pattern to a 2-stroke breathing pattern. There's Applegate trying to get back on terms, but I think it's just going to be too much, Paul.
Applegate, as we thought, would come good in the closing stages, but she hasn't quite got enough. It's going to be gold to Shabalina. Shabalina takes it in 206.76. It's silver for Applegate in 208.36. And it looks like Chloe Davis has gone up for the bronze medal for Great Britain, ahead of the tiring Marlou van der Kolk from the Netherlands. Well, Shabalina, she didn't quite look as comfortable as she was in this morning's heats when she had it all her own way, but she did enough. 206.76. It's only 0.2 of a second slower than she went this morning. Applegate did everything she could, but was just too far back in the closing stages.
Well, it was a good time for Jessica Jane Applegate of Great Britain. It wasn't enough on the day. You could see the disappointment on her face there as she improved, but failed to take the gold.
It was a great comeback too by Chloe Davis. We thought that Van der Kolk would go out fast, then tie up slightly in the closing stages, and that's how it proved. And Chloe Davis from Great Britain took advantage of that, coming back at the end. Applegate was coming back with every stroke, but Shabalina held on very well. The deficit was being reduced, but in the end, it was about a second and a half. That was the difference between Shabalina and Jessica Jane Applegate. Shabalina diving for the wall. She really was glad to see that wall coming at the end of that 200. A good finish. She doesn't look around. I thought she did, but she knew it. Applegate coming in shortly after. And Chloe Davis finishing very fast, just to Pip van der Kolk for the bronze medal. Shabalina takes the gold for Russia. It's silver and bronze for Great Britain, Applegate and Davies.